Today we're going to show you a Shigiya model G20 cylindrical grinder. These used to be made by, or are made by Okamoto. So this is a nice quality, kind of a small machine. Size-wise, you've got just under 8 inches or just about 8-inch swing, and you have, depending on how much you're sticking your centers out, anywhere from 18 to possibly 20 inches of length there. Machine is currently wired for 480 volts. It's a full cycle machine, otherwise it has a rapid in and out slide that goes in or goes back at the end of the cycle. It has a spark out timer, has variable speed drive for your workhead, and it has a DRO, has scales mounted on the table, as well as the cross slide. It uses a 14-inch diameter grinding wheel with a 5-inch bore. You could easily put a 2-inch diameter wheel on there. So right now the hydraulics are on, the workhead is on, and the grinding wheel is turned on. You have a grind start button if everything is set up right. I'm selecting plunge. I'm going to come in. I'm going to start to feed with my coarse feed. You have 2 feeds on this, a coarse feed and a fine feed. It just switched over. This outer scale ring here you can adjust to where you want that fine feed to start. Now it's at 0, and then you kick out. So we've got a series of indicator lights up here that tell you that your power's on, that you're in the automatic cycle. When you get to fine feed, the green light comes on, and when you get to 0, the red light should come on, except that I don't have a bulb right now in there. We have bulbs on order for this one and for that one. But when you get to 0, like now, you would have the red light on. And as the head goes back, all the lights go off. The cycle is over, your fine feed is over, and you're no longer at the dead stop. So that's the plunge cycle. If you want to use the table, you have to turn this on and select traverse grinding. And you want to slow your feed rates down because they work off the same feed rates. So we come in, have the table moving. Here's the speed for that. You have a couple of tarries or dwells that you can use. And then as you start to open up this feed here, you'll get a certain amount of feed on that hand wheel. And it can be set very fine. So you see right now I'm going to the tailstock side, and we're going to feed here. And then we're going to go to this side and feed. So we've got a variable speed workhead. This, I believe, is live and dead, but you will have to check the quotation. I believe this is a Morse taper number 2 center that goes in there on both the headstock and the workhead. His table start and stop is here. In the plunge grinding, you come down to 0, and it has a spark out time. You set this timer here for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever. When you're doing longitudinal grinding, you set it for a counter. It counts how many times the table goes back and forth. So if you have it set to 10, the table will go back and forth here 10 times before, or it'll pulse 10 times. Each time it gets a signal from this is when it pulses. So that's how you set the timer for the longitudinal grinding. The plunge grinding just goes by time after it reaches 0, and your longitudinal grinding is a counter where it counts the reversals. So this machine has, in the back of it, has a little coolant tank that you can roll around. It's got wheels on it. You have your hydraulic unit in the back. There's a special pump for spindle oil. This wheelhead spindle is constantly being replenished with spindle oil. So you have a tank also for that. And that's pretty much it. This is all original paint. It's really nice shape. It's quiet. This is the, down here is your adjustment. This is a little too much to get into in the video, but with this dial here, you will adjust your your final size and where your fine feed starts and how much it retracts to each time. So you don't have to go completely around the hand wheel. You can set it just to grind off 10 thousandths or 12 thousandths, and then it'll back up at 10 thousandths or 12 thousandths. So any questions about the operation of the machine, you can call me here at Machinery Values. I know it very well. I guess that's about it for now. Thank you very much.